What is something unrealistic that you often see in movies that annoys the hell out of you?
Pills that work the second they hit the mouth.
I've noticed in a lot of movies they will let someone into their house but don't shut the front door. Lol.
When two people walk 5 feet away from the group and have a conversation at full volume, yet somehow no one in the group can seem to hear anymore.
The coffee cup is always empty, you can tell by how flimsy it is in the hand.
How the ugly unpopular girl is always stupid hot. When the character is driving and looking at the person they're talking to without crashing or even swerving.
Good morning, class. Let's open our books to page 101. Something Hollywood poignant for 90 seconds. Bell rings in college. Homework for next week is chapter 7.
Italians of Reddit, how do you feel about the way other countries are currently handling the pandemic? You time travel from the year 2018 to 2020. You go outside and see everything closed and the streets empty. What's your reaction? What do you assume happened?
Not going to lie, I'd probably think my time machine caused a paradox that just killed everyone, and I'll freak out until I notice all the toilet paper is gone and someone has to be behind that.
Well, the thing it's most similar to when you go outside is the day of Princess Diana's funeral, so my immediate initial assumption would be that everyone was at home watching the Queen's funeral.
The purge is a real thing now and I time traveled right in the middle of it.
Obviously everyone has been out looking for me since I disappeared in 2018.
If that will be India, then the police will beat the shit out of you for roaming around.
Saying what the hell happened here? Just like Ant-Man.
I read the signs on like every closed store talking about coronavirus quarantine and think, must be a quarantine.
Hong Kong protesters, how is it going on the front lines?
No comments actually mentioning the existence of Hong Kong or the protests an hour later.
What food looks amazing but tastes terrible?
Buffet desserts. I have been to 5-6 buffets in my life, from local Chinese food buffets to expensive buffets in Vegas. I always fall for the dessert buffet because they look delicious but taste mediocre at best.
Edible flowers. They look pretty and colorful, but they don't taste pretty.
Fondant.
Lava. I know it's not a food, but that shit looks so tasty.
Those fancy chocolates but taste like medicine.
Red delicious apples.
Goat cheese covered grapes. Looks like a chocolate but is 100% not a chocolate.
Taxi drivers of Reddit, have you ever been asked to follow a car? If so, how did it end?
One time I was asked to follow a black SUV to the White House. To this day I am not sure why. Once we got to the White House he told me to keep driving and I dropped him off a block away. Creepy.
I've asked my uncle who worked as a cab driver. He said that he doesn't do those rides because it's stalking and he doesn't know what their real purpose is, best to just decline and stay away from trouble.
Truckers of Reddit, what is something you have witnessed driving at night that gave you chills?
Damn. Came here for aliens, but got sad stories instead.
Had a friend who was a truck driver tell about a time he saw a flipped truck on the side of the road. He stopped and there was trash all over from the truck. He kicked a sleeping bag that was in the road, but realized it had the body of a kid in it. I watched a truck full of people burn to the ground. I pulled the kids out, but there was nothing I could do for the adults. I still have nightmares about it.
What has the COVID-19 virus made you realize?
All those things I never have time to do. I was lying to myself. I lack the mental energy to do more than the bare minimum society requires of me.
How much you touch your face and how often you touch public surfaces.
That I took so many things for granted, like going to restaurants and just being able to go to a supermarket without worrying about what they may or may not have.
Most people do not understand exponential growth.
How many jobs/meetings really can be done remotely?
That I married the right person. We've been self-isolating for 2 weeks now, and being with him makes the biggest difference to my overall happiness.
Women who have slept with both the father and the son of the same family, how similar were their dicks?
I've seen my dad in the locker room. I definitely have my mother's dick.
One of my friends dated a girl who ended up dating his single dad for several months. One time when my friend was mad at his dad, he yelled, "How do you like the taste of my dick? You know, the transitive property."
Peak quarantine Reddit.
Fresh produce versus about to expire produce. Can't taste the difference, but you can definitely see it. My brother and father are nothing alike.
You're missing out on a lot of valuable data by not also asking the men.
Don't know about the father-son thing, but I slept with one guy then dated his younger brother. Their dicks were almost identical except the younger brother's was slightly smaller.
What are you exceptionally good at, but hate doing?
Data entry. I can type very fast and very accurately, but it's the most mindless task with zero creativity.
Cleaning.
I am very good at handling children, which is ironic because I don't particularly like kids.
Being on time, I only hate it because nobody I know does it.
Fixing computers. Please stop asking me to fix your computer for free. Please.